One of the big financial stories this morning, I think it was in the Wall Street Journal, had to do with auto sales in the U.S. So it seems that car makers are ending the year with, hey, surprise, a little too much inventory. Car dealers are trying to get buyers into showrooms. They're offering big discounts and incentives in some cases. In fact, I think I read Honda is handing dealers like $3,000 for every car sold over last year's numbers. And other companies are also doing some similar deals. Of course, the Great Recession put the brakes on car sales for several years, which means that we're all driving cars that are starting to show some signs of age. So while there are great deals out there, now car shopping, of course, is still a hassle, especially around this chaotic season. And we're here to sort that out for you because, you know, we've got strategies. We help you plan on the Boomer's Brain Trust. Pam Oakes is an ASE Certified Technician with about 14 pages of car maintenance credits on her resume. It's like my cousin Vinny. What was the character's name? What was her name? I was like, wow, look at this. This is great stuff. She's also owner of Pam's Motor City and author of Car Care for the Clueless, which is me, and host of a radio show with the same name. She's here with us on the Boomer's Lifeline to tell us how to make shopping on the shopping side for a new car as easy and painless as possible. Hey, Pam, thanks for being with us today. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, you guys.
I wish I could remember that character's name, Pam, but it just when I was going down the stuff that you could do, and I know you're more in tune with, I guess, your specialty is car repair, but I'm sure you deal, of course, with car deals all the time, and like so many people, I really hate shopping for a car. I mean, even with internet resources, I really never know the true price of a vehicle. I'm always assuming they're trying to rip me off, and the whole process is exhausting. I can't imagine trying to do it during the holidays. What are a few basic tips for people who are out to buy right now, but they hate the hassle like I do?
Well, let me tell you real quick. Even though I'm an ASE Certified Technician for the last 20-some years, I am also a dealer. I have my dealer's license, which I really don't use that much. But it gains me access to areas that the car consumer can't see, for example, black books, things like that. And I get to see auctions and how they work and everything, and I've taken this knowledge to let consumers know you never, ever, 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 ever trust a car dealer. Ever.
Ever, never, ever.
Ever, never. No.
Well, I know, Pam, we all have access to dealer invoice prices. We can go online, we can compare prices. That's what I was doing in August before I made my purchase. But it bugged me because I didn't know if there was any way to know what the real price of a car is. I mean, I've been driving the same beast around for like 15 years, and it boggled my mind. How do we know whether we actually got the best deal or at least a really good deal?
Well, first of all, before you purchase, not the new, but a used vehicle, even though they have like that 106-point inspection, you always have it checked out by an ASE Certified Blue Seal shop, by an ASE Certified Technician, because they're going to be looking at it bumper to bumper, and they're going to see if maybe it needs tires soon or brakes soon. See, there's all negotiating money when you go back and say, you want $10,000 for this car, it needs brakes and tires, I'll give you $8,500, for an example. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So you need to know that because each car, each unit is its own individual price because, of course, you're going to demand, a Arrest Me Red Corvette is going to be more popular than a white one, so it's going to have a higher price tag. Things like that, the demand, what the public perceives as cool, what's neat to drive, that's going to be much higher, of course. But the real thing is car pricing is regional. And I'm talking about where you're at in the United States, for an example, in Florida. Convertibles right now have a much higher price sticker than they would in Detroit, Michigan, where it's pretty good right now.
Yeah, you probably see more convertibles at Miami Beach than you do at Omaha or somewhere, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
It's all regional. So people forget that they can leave their hometown via the computer and they can purchase from other dealerships nationwide now, which is really nice. Shipping is pretty nominal nowadays because you see those car carriers going everywhere, of course, but it's going to be regional. So I always recommend if you're looking for a vehicle, you go online and you go to the popular sites like cars.com, VX, things like that, and you go on and you look for your car. Who has your car for sale and how much? within about a 150-mile radius.
And
That's going to get you a starting point, how to negotiate for your dream car that you're really looking for. And you may find your dream car in another city 75 miles from here.
and that's
Trust me, it's worth the drive.
Oh, so you drive out and you go get it. Now, if you find a car with a great price and you're in California and you look in Florida and you say, "Hey, it's for sale for $1,500 less," I mean, do you go to your dealer locally down the street and say, "Hey, I can get this car in Florida"? I mean, are they gonna say, "Well, then go buy it in Florida"? Or I mean, is that as part of the negotiating process or what?
You can do that. It depends upon how hungry that dealer is. I'll give you an example. I have a friend of mine who was looking for a GT500, and the local dealership told him that the price of the vehicle was $10,000. Yes, you heard me right, $10,000 more than with a sticker because it was a premium car. Guess what he did? He went up and he contacted online. He went online, went up and got the car from Baltimore, had it shipped to his house, saved $10,000 right there.
Wow. I know, Pam, you also specialize in car maintenance. Do you have any tricks or magic formulas to share that might keep our cars going past about 200,000 miles or so?
Easily, because I do that myself.
Oh, great.
Like everybody else, I don't like getting another car either. Mm-hmm. Even with a dealer's license, it's still not fun for me either. What I recommend for everybody, and this really, truly does work, guys, so please listen to me when I tell you this. I know it might get a little monotonous and you think you can skip it, but it's like brushing your teeth. You have to do it all the time or it's not going to work. Once a month, choose a day like your birthday, say you're born on the 20th, go into your established ASE Blue Seal shop or dealership and ask them to top the fluid levels off and put air in your tires.
Aha.
This
Really?
better be a free service. If
What?
it's not, you need to find somewhere else.
So-
But by doing this, you're having a professional set of eyes checking that vehicle over.
So,
Do a little something,
okay.
it's done for pennies instead of dollars.
So if you
Nice.
want to, I got less than a minute here. Where do you find what these? Where can you look for, say, one of these ASE certified mechanics or whatever?
Oh, you just go online, ASE, Automotive Service Excellence, and they'll give you a list of shops in your area per zip code.
Great. And if somebody wants to hear your show, they can listen online, I guess. Where can they go for that?
CarCareForTheClueless.com or on CBS Radio The Sky. Of course, it's on AOL Radio, Yahoo Radio, and in Detroit, Seattle, Pittsburgh, and Boston.
Everywhere.
Nice.
Hey, Pam Oakes, thanks very much for joining us. Great information. We appreciate it. I'm gonna bring my car to her. She is someone I would trust.
I know. Love that.
Absolutely. Hey, if you need the brain trust, we won't fix your car. We'll give you some information. BoomersBrainTrust.com. For Dinah Smith and the rest, I'm Johnny Dean.